This is my most recent project guitar. It's got nylon strings, no visible pickups, and the volume and tone are controlled by these two screws in the trim system. Let's take a look. Alright, so the donor guitar we're starting with is a cheap Strat copy by Donner. I picked this one up on eBay refurbished for like $80 in total, and honestly this was a fantastic deal. This one came practically flawless and a very pretty color. I was expecting quality more in line with glary and other, super budget options, but no, this was on par with a pretty nice Squire, so well done there. For starters, I'm just removing the old strings, pick guard, and pickups, getting those out of the way. I also put some aquarium tubing in the trem springs. I do this on every Strat just to quiet down the spring noise, but it's especially important here since the new pickup's going to work much more like a microphone. While I was at it, I gave it a quick and dirty fret level and polish just to make sure the action is low and it plays great. So if you're not familiar with piezoelectric pickups, they produce a much lower output than the usual electromagnetic pickups, and they need a preamp to sound halfway decent. So for this preamp, I used a ukulele preamp. I needed something small enough to fit under a Strat pickguard. The plan was to cut it apart until it fit, but it turned out it actually fit perfectly after just sanding a millimeter or two off the height. The piezo pickup itself I glued under the tremolo bridge. This means that the trem springs and the whammy bar adjust the amount of pressure on the piezo element, making the volume and tone adjustable that way. And this is a unique trick, at least as far as I'm aware. And while I was okay with burying the preamp controls in the pickguard, I didn't want to have to remove the strings just to change the battery, so I got a 9-volt battery compartment and just chiseled out a pocket on the back to fit it in. And with that, all that's left to do is hook the wires up. Soldered it all together, put on the pickguard, strung it up with nylon strings, and we're in business.